Okay, three-wheelers, here we are on a nice sunny day here in Jurby in the Isle of Man. Now we have a little championship here at Jurby. How are you doing in this championship that we have?
Well, after the first two rounds, we are leading the championship, which is great. We've had a couple of second places and a couple of wins. Our aim is just to keep finishing races and see where we are at the end. We've got another 2 rounds to go, so let's just keep chipping away and see what happens.
Well, I'm still fairly new to sidecar racing, really. I only started in March 2018. Me and Harry went and did a race at Anglesey, both our first time on the bike, so it was a good experience for this year that hasn't exactly gone to plan, but we've still had a good year out here at Jurby.
2019, you were racing in the TT. It was your first time, 5th place.
Yeah, we did 1 lap of practice. I didn't even know we qualified. It was a bit nervous, really, setting off down on the start line for race A, I suppose, on doing 1 lap of practice. But it was, once you go. You don't think about it again. You just ride your bike and take it as it comes.
How was the ride for you, huh? You're holding on tight here, mate, huh?
Yeah, it was pretty nuts, wasn't it? 1 lap of practice. I mean, Ryan rode well, and the package underneath was outstanding, wasn't it? The old man can put a bike together, can't he?
2019, you were racing in the TT, but you raced the year before too, didn't you?
I raced 2018 with Harry. We had a really good year. We finished 1 race and we were best newcomers, and I think we got a high 109, which was a great lap, and then went into 2019 with Sarah Stoko, and it just wasn't a great year for the weather or anything. We didn't get many laps practice, and then the first race I come into Tower Bends and I clipped the left, and I don't really remember much, but next thing I've hit the wall and that was it. I was in pain, helicopter trip and lost a few fingers, so I'm just glad to be back out on the bike and racing.
I did motocross trials, British Championship road short circuits on a 125, and then I moved over to sidecars, and then I had a break, then back into it, and then we did the TT in 2011. Crashed at Keppelgate, and then that was it. Packed up, and then jumped on with Jacko.
How many TTs have you been? Do you remember?
So last year that was our 5th.
5th.
Our best finish last year, it was 14th. Bit good for this year. We've got this bike especially for TT.
Yeah.
But hopefully it'll be back on next year, and we can pick up where we left off. The majority of the local guys that do it, when they come to TT, they all perform really well. People say we have the track knowledge because we live over here, but to be honest, we don't ride these to work, so I don't think that knowledge is that great.
Have you always wanted to be a passenger? Did you have any ideas of going on a drive?
Not really, to be honest. We kind of fell into it by accident, really. I always dreamt of racing solos around here, but I got to a point in my life where I thought, that's never going to happen. And then out of the blue one day, I had a phone call from Craig and started racing out here together, progressed. And before I know it, we're lining up to do our first practice at the TT. It was all a bit of a whirlwind, to be honest with you, and definitely not something I'd planned.
It all started with my dad, who was a passenger. We grew up in the paddock with him. It was a matter of time before we started ourselves.
Was it your idea to be the passenger?
Well, I've wanted to get into it for a while, but always started putting it off. And then Jim was struggling to find a passenger. And I was told it was about time that I got off my backside.
Oh, yeah.
I started racing here at Jurby in 1981. First Southern 100 in 1982. First TT 1984. Last race 2017.
I guess, Dickie, you give the boys advices all the time on the racing.
As much as I can, but that's the good thing about the sidecar paddock. Dave Molyneux has been brilliant with Jim. Every single one of the guys comes over and helps him, talks to him.
Yeah.
I wasn't a driver, I was a passenger.
Yeah.
I could get him around the corners, but he's got to point it.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
So without the sidecar family, it'd be hard for young fellas to get going.
It was 2015 that Ben rode as passenger for Dave, isn't that correct?
Yeah. That was a good fortnight, to be fair. Well, we led a TT and broke down, and then obviously did the lap record in the second race and finished second to the Birchells, and we went as fast as we could, and
it was a good effort.
We got beaten. That's the top and bottom of it, really.
Yeah.
But it was a good day, yeah. Still a pretty fast time even now, 5 years on.
I've been around a long time, 40 years racing this year, and it's easy to get bored, so I keep throwing silly amounts of hours in the garage and thinking I might be able to make something. But I'm also getting bloody old, so it's the biggest obstacle.
The championship race for the sidecars is over an 8-lap distance. 6 chairs are in the mix today.
We just got done with a bit of practice. How did things go this morning?
Yeah, it was good. We didn't get much of a clear run, so we just held back a bit, cleared the track, and then got a qualifying time in and come in. We didn't want to waste any time, sort of thing. Save the motor for the race.
It's just a typical bumpy old Jurby. I think if you can do the full distance around here, you're up there at a high pace. This is the hardest circuit in the UK, I reckon.
We had a little problem yesterday on the test day with an engine, which meant we had to go back to the garage last night and change that. So we've gone back to the standard engine, which is what we've run all year so far, which is good. And it's proven all right in practice. We felt good. Everything went okay. Everything's working well.
Just started off steady away, and we're just chipping away our times, really. Obviously, had an accident at the TT, so for me, it's just about getting back out there, and if we can improve on our times and finish races, I mean, that's all I can ask for, really. I've got Richard, he's come on board this year, and he hasn't been on the bike for 9 years, so it's good of him to jump on and give me a bit of confidence, and yeah, we'll just go from there.
The bike feels pretty good. I wish we had it out at TT. That would have been interesting, because it's an all new chassis that I built this winter, and yeah, just getting used to it, really. Haven't done any more than probably 150 miles on it, but at least we're getting to get miles on it.
It's a new bike, so we're just out really using the rest of the season to just try different settings and, just mess around with the bike a bit. So we went out then, it felt really good. A little bit windy at the back straight, so you've got a fast right-hander before you go into the bus stop. It's stepping out a little bit there, but I think it's doing that for everyone, so it's not just us. But yeah, the bike feels good, and it's nice to be back out here.
This morning went well. We had a couple of few niggly problems, but we think we've sorted them out in the time that we've had. So just looking forward to going back out for the race.
There we go. Who is going to get the whole shot on this one? It's going to be a pretty ding-dong race, this. Lights go on, and away we go. Who gets the whole shot? Is it going to be Molly? Is it going to be Harry Payne? Is it going to be the Crow Boys? But it's Harry Payne. Dave Molyneux's being closed up by the Crow Boys, and there goes the triumph. He's blasted past Dave Molyneux, so the Crow Boys up to second place. And the Crow Boys really trying. Sidecar wheel into the air once more. Wow, that's really going. Is he going to make a move and get ahead of Harry Payne? Flying up, and they've got past him. Yep, so the Crow Boys take the lead on the drag once more. 7 now from 45 and 4. They're your front 3. The Crow Boys just pulling away a little bit. Here we go, folks. Oh, Harry Payne and Ollie Ace haven't gone a long way round. With Dave Molyneux getting a little bit racy at the end here and closing right in. Yeah, so it is number 7 that takes the win from 45 from 4. Ooh, Dave went a little bit of grass tracking there at the end. But number 7 a win for the Crow Boys on the Triumph.
We just ran the first race, and congratulations, guys.
We had to set off 4th, so we had to get past Dave on the first one and then Harry on the next lap. But then after that, we got a clear track, and once the time come up on the dash, we kind of just eased it off to bring it home.
Ryan rode mega, bike's mega, everything's just mega.
Good race. We were in second for the whole race, which unfortunately he encountered a back marker on the second to last corner, which allowed Dave and Ben to close right in on us, and I wasn't aware how close they were. Just rolled off a little bit too soon on the finish line, and it just got me by 0.005 of a second or something, which is absolutely gutting, obviously, but it's one of them. We did a fastest lap that we've ever done this way, so I'm happy we're progressing. We'll keep moving forward and just have another crack later.
Down to 4 laps now due to time constraints. Remaining outfits, so 4 guys have lined up now. They're getting ready to go with Sidecar race number 2 and away. Oh, a good start for Jacko, but the Crow Boys get to the lead this time. So only 4 outfits left in. Really struggling for grip in and out of there. Number 7 from 45, hard on the brakes into there. Hard work for the passenger, transferring that weight over. Last lap flag is out now for the second Sidecar race of the day. There we go, across the line they go, so that's 2 out of 2 for the Crow Boys today. A lap record for the chairs around here in the clockwise direction.
Our goal was obviously to win the race, but we're just hunting for the lap time, I suppose. We've tried for years to get down, and well, we took the lap record by 1.6 seconds happy campers going home, I suppose. Cheers, freewheeling.
Cheers,
Yeah.
freewheeling.
Is your aspiration to qualify for the TT?
We're starting off taking it day by day. If we go into the TT, we get to the TT, but the one that I really want to do is the Southern 100.
This year hasn't exactly gone to plan.
Hopefully next year borders will be open and we can get back to it.
This year was all about going to the British Championship, and that was swiped from under our feet, so that's now the plan for next year. We're really, really hoping to qualify for the TT in 2022, so that's our aim.
You want to race the TT again, eh?
Yeah, I just got convinced the missus.
Well done to Andrews Racing for organising the race today.
Hope you all enjoyed the show. Congratulations to the Pro Brothers. Won the first race, and they took the second race too in style. Everybody take care from wherever they are in the world. See you next time. Freewheeling by the sport, for the sport.